Hi everyone, welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jalila Starr. Today the topic is the power structures are crumbling. I don't know if you've heard about the white dragons of China, but they're a part of the global elite bloodlines that has chosen to go in a different direction and toward that of assisting humanity. And I think they're spearheaded to a great degree by the younger generation, of which I think many starseeds have incarnated into those bloodlines, that are just saying that, you know what, we don't want to carry on this this age-old plan of global domination and enslavement of the population. We have to move into a consciousness where we can have unity and harmony and diversity, and away from the plans that our parents, our great grandparents, and so on and so forth have put in place. So what we're seeing and what we've been waiting for is for there to be arrest of certain top level officials within the banking industry and the financial and economic systems worldwide. And we're now getting reports of that occurring. It won't be long before you'll see some of these show up in the local media. For those of you who are outside of the U.S., you'll probably see more of this than here in the U.S., because in the U.S., as we all know, our media is very censored. But we'll still get a few of them. But what I'm seeing is that that is happening in preparation for this big economic shift. And you can look at this in one of two ways. Yes, from one perspective, it appears that it could be the one world government, the one world financial system. But in everything, there's always two sides. And at the same time, there's two levels. So it just depends on where you are in your consciousness and how you're going to take advantage of that. And so, but for the higher level to be achieved, we have to move out of the old power structures. So it is happening now, and that is what's so exciting. But the reason I wanted to talk with you today about this is because of what it's doing to us emotionally. Right now, and in the last few days, since I say Thursday or Friday, there seemed to be a ramping up of feelings of irritation, frustration. For some people, it comes out as great, as anger over, they don't know what. They think they're angry at somebody, but it's not really that person they're angry at. They still know where this is coming from. And for other people, it's like feeling like they want to cry. And I think what's happening is that this big shift that's going on is creating a lot of frustration and anger amongst the global elite bloodlines. I mean, they're in chaos, and their energy, which they are very aware of how they pump their consciousness or their intention into the mass consciousness to achieve the effects that they want. They're spewing a lot of negativity, a lot of anger and frustration and irritability because of this big shakeup. So I think what's happening is that we're picking that up, and for many of us, we're picking it up through our dream state. I mean, think about your dreams over the last few days. It feels like that you've been very tired, and you've had to sleep a lot lately, and at the same time when you sleep, you're having these very vivid dreams. A lot of times it's about things that triggering you feelings of restlessness or being unsettled or anxious. I mean, I've had all that going on this last few days, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But then when I saw this thing come through yesterday about the mass resignations and arrests of these top leaders, it began to make sense. So this is kind of like a heads up to let you know that if you are feeling that way, then it isn't necessarily about your relationships per se, or not directly, but it is about this big shakeup that is taking place on the planet right now. We're going to see the effects of that start to come forward in the next 2 or 3 months, as we enter a whole new level of, global economics, as well as a consciousness shift. Like, everything is changing right now. So let's stop there for a second and talk about what it's doing personally. If it triggered you in some way, if you had these dreams that were not balanced and not fun and exciting, and then there's issues in there, then that what this is doing is it's triggering up our personal stuff for us to look at. So if you had something like that happen, take a look at, write down your dreams and talk and ask yourself, what is this showing me? And remember that every person in the dream is some aspect of you. So that's it for today, and hopefully this will help you understand the chaotic energies lately, and I'll talk to you next week.